Hi, and welcome to your November triple mirror spread for the collective. Come with me and gaze into the mermaid's mirror to illuminate the past, the present, and the future. When you do good things to others, good things happen to you. This is the unbreakable cycle of karma. When you are good, you attract goodness, and those around you become good too, perpetuating abundance, well-being, and freedom for all involved. In the past, I see someone who has surrendered to existing in the depths of lower vibrational energies and who feels comfortable only when surrounded by lower moral standards. Yet above, something has splashed. Something has recently happened to draw their eyes upwards, and they have become curious about the possibility of choosing to sit up, elevating themselves, and in doing so, allowing their mind to enter the light above. The water spirits have sent a harpoon so close to their head that they have had no choice but to awaken from their slumber and reach up to take hold of the wand, triggering a clarity of truth to wash over them, forcing them to look at the limiting beliefs reflected back at them in the mermaid's mirror, illuminating the faulty thinking that they have been taught by those they trusted and who have raised them over their lifetime, and that they had stubbornly clung to in their previously shallow existence, below that of the rest of humanity, which has already been undergoing massive shifts and evolutions in consciousness for quite some time now. In doing so, a ripple effect has begun to flow from that recently awoken person out into the collective. The waters surrounding them have become unsettled. They have awoken and realized they have been allowing themselves to drown down in the depths and are now ready to accept their misguidance and reach for something solid, a new beginning, a fresh start, challenging and abandoning the old selfish ways of doing and being and treating others that they have been taught and taught others to do. And instead their eyes have opened to seeing and learning a better way. In the present, I see someone who that person has now become, or the person who triggered their awakening. It is someone who holds immense beauty within their heart, who respects others, and who sees their own light reflected back in all beings she comes into contact with. They have the gift of enlightening others, bringing valuable information that others are seeking, and who is deeply connected to the powerful cycles of Grandmother Moon. They are enshrouded in light, and they trigger rebirth and the ripening of ready souls. They are well educated and have seen much of humanity and always act selflessly and in the highest good of all involved. This is a person of great personal power. The person recently awakened has a choice to either undertake the lessons required to become like the High Priestess, or to return to the depths and continue to subsist in the lower realms with the other humans, choosing to resist our collective ascension into a more harmonious, kinder, and moral future. Do not act. Instead, sit in stillness. From there, you can access realms others pass by without noticing. Listen more closely to the voice within and acknowledge your shadows. If this person follows the advice of the water spirits and accepts the wand of truth and purity being handed to them, they will be pulled up and out from the depths of the tainted moral beliefs they have been held underwater by all this time. And if they do the self-work needed to speak their truth to others with love, acceptance, and respect for their forgiveness, then in the future, I see that other family, community members, and work colleagues who were also entrapped by those lower moral standards and self-beliefs, together untangling themselves from the weeds clouding their poor decisions, breaking through the water's surface and coming up into the light, where they too can pick up the wands that the sea spirits have gifted them for doing the personal work needed to become worthy of moving forward in an enlightened manner which benefits all of humanity, and more importantly, the immediate well-being of those who they are emotionally tethered to. In doing so, and moving forward with clarity and honesty, and doing the right thing in the highest good, and breaking free from those lower vibrational immortalities that have tainted all previous judgment due to not knowing anything better. All of the ones of the others they were inadvertently holding back by refusing to progress as humans will now get to take their own ones back as well, and lift all of humanity to higher ways of being, communicating, and functioning as a collective. You cannot expect people to make good decisions when the people who are advising them are not good themselves. One must lift their own morality higher in order to attract others who are vibrating with the same purity of heart, so that a perpetual cycle of betterment and manifestation of the highest good can come about. You become like those you surround yourself with. Take a good hard look at them now and question whether they are advising you with intentions for your own highest good and best interests, or whether they are simply holding you down in a lower vibration for their own self-comfort, keeping you in your place. Because if they don't, they'll lose all of your drama if they don't feed it, if they don't perpetuate it. They fear having nothing else to gossip about. Breaking free of these false allies and instead lifting yourself higher and speaking your truth about this illumination can only have positive long-term effects, as it will likely trigger them to bust open their own minds and hearts and allow the mermaid's mirror to illuminate the limiting self-beliefs they choose to continue to swim in. For fear of the personal reflections required to emerge into something better for themselves and others. If they're brave, they will find that the minor shifts in perception required by these people are actually not as burdensome as they initially feel when they embark on the journey. Look how far you've come, from here to here. Continue to choose the truth. Lift your eyes and take a few more steps towards a lighter future, free from the lower vibrational energies of guilt, fear, and resentment for your choices. This month, Mother Ocean has gifted you with the properties of cobra and small stem corals, which carry messages of honesty and a positive vision of the truth and love that exists within all humanity. They carry the power to increase confidence and self-esteem for those who feel trapped by family patterns of lower moral standards. The words they speak are thus: I tried to create lies and deceit, but all I learnt was to hide and retreat. Through mists of darkness and veils of fear, I bring the light of truth so vision can clear. Goodbye.